Hello PIXIFI fans, this is Tony Cooper once again, and we're taking a little different tack now. We are moving on to some updates for a while. This will become a regular feature whenever we have a few new updates, whether they be minor or major. I'm going to create a little update video for you to kind of go through some of what you need to know about the updates and go through some real-world examples so that you get a little better feel for the hands-on aspect of it. The first one is going to be a kind of reminder that you'll remember that all of the updates are over here in the little megaphone icon, and we're going to open up this first one, and this is all about a new feature that allows you to add categories to product templates and to also archive the product templates that you no longer use. So we're going to go to read the whole post, and of course that opens up a whole nother tab for you on your browser, and you can see the full description of what's going on. And there are a couple of things going on here. The first is your product templates with new categories, and the other is that you can now archive your product templates. This is pretty cool. So I wanted to go over with you how that actually works. We're going to close this real quick. So before we start, you'll need to know where to find your product templates. Product templates, and comes right over here to what is virtually a new product window. Now yours may not have this tab yet. This is a new feature that's being worked on in PIXIFI, but it will have your product templates, and it will also now have your product categories. Okay, I'm going to remove this one because I don't want it there yet. So you can see that I already have some product templates set up, and I've got them color coded so that I know what's going on. You can see where they are. But one of the things that I also wanted to make sure you understood, that when you have the ability to reorder things, it will show up like this, and it has this little icon. And you can reorder things like your categories, move this up to a spot where you want it to be, and it'll reorder in here. And this order is also the order that will show up when you use product templates by category. Okay, so let's go over to the product templates. We are going to remove this because I'm just going to add it again. So in order to add a new template, we're going to show you all years. And one of the reasons for new product categories is that for years, PIXIFI has used dates, years, the year of the product, on the product templates. And while that was valuable for determining how long ago a product had been used or created or even updated, one of the things that it didn't do was allow you to easily find it. So if you're selecting through your templates while you're trying to create an invoice, for example, you have a little bit of a hard time finding a specific item because you don't remember what year it was in. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a template real quick, and here you still are using your type here, and this is going to be one of the TLIC services, and this is something new that I'm going to be offering, and it is going to be product template workflow setup. Okay, so this is a new item that I'm going to offer here in the not too distant future. You can, of course, when you're setting up a product template, you can always just select another product template, okay, to select it from or set it up from. The retail price of this is going to be $225. It is not physical. We're going to ignore all that stuff for now. But the category that I'm going to put it in, is TLIC. Okay, we're going to save that, And I have this new item on my list now, and it is way down here at the bottom somewhere. Well, that's not important right now. But we are over in our categories tab, okay, separate from our product templates. You can also add a new category, and you can just, we'll just say I'm going to have a photo booth category. None of you folks with photo booths have to worry about me, though. I'm as far from setting up a photo booth as anybody is. We're gonna scroll this down so that it's saved below restoration. It's right there. All right, so let's go over to an invoice, and we are going to just create an invoice. Pops right up here, and we're going to use a general invoice since I don't have an event to set it up on, and we're going to say this is for Tony Cooper, and it has a due date of today, and that's kind of it on that part. And now we're going to edit it, and when we edit it, we have the opportunity to add a line item to our invoice, as you know. Now, when you are adding a new line item and you're using it populate from a product template, you probably knew that you could select a product template by type. So if I only wanted to see the things that were external services, it would only show things that are external services, okay? But in this case, let's say that I don't really know what type it is, and it doesn't matter, because now you have categories, okay? These new categories will show up and sort all of your product items by the different categories that you set up. There's even one at the bottom called uncategorized, and the uncategorized items, as you'll find out, are the ones that you haven't set up with a category, and you don't necessarily have to either. If it's something that you just want to leave open for anything, you can. So I'm going to go in here and find my new product template workflow setup. It's 225, and I'm all set, and I'm done. I found it pretty easily because it was right under that first category, the one I use the most. Now this is also useful. We're just going to save that invoice. It is also useful when you're doing your booking pages, when you're setting up new booking pages. If you have, let's say you have your senior portrait sessions, and you want to add a new add-on to your booking page, you're going to populate from existing products, and there's our categories again. The years are still there, and the years are useful as well, because maybe if something is as old as like 2015, 2016, 2017, it might be time to update that, okay? At least the price, okay? But scroll right down here to where my senior stuff is. This is all senior related stuff. We'll just say it's going to be, we're going to add 8 wallets to my senior add-on items, and they can have up to 8 of those. All right, so we save that, and there's my new item. 8 wallet prints, come from print enlargement types, and it's 35 bucks. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that for now because I really don't want it on a live booking page, but now you know what it looks like. So one other thing I wanted to point out to you for this particular update is under your product categories, or I should say product templates, you can actually assign all multiple categories for a single item. So let's say, so we've got this one. We'll go into this item here. It's not showing it in there, but if you have, let's say you have these 3 items, okay, and you see that they are, and I used to use these brackets to determine what their category was. This is how I set things up. What you can do is, if you select all of these items, you can go up here to the batch update, and you can say assign categories, and they are already commercial, but I also want them to be for restoration. Okay, so I click on restoration, and I can also add seniors and TLIC and wedding and photo booth and anything else. Update those, and they will all have these new categories in them. So if you are looking for something in a specific category or a general category, you'll be able to find them because they'll be in all of your categories. So we're going to cancel this. Something else you can do while you're in the batch update than just assigning categories, you can also remove categories. Okay, so these 3 items, if we didn't want them to be in the commercial category, we just click on commercial to have it removed, click batch update, and those 3 items would be removed from that category. Okay, so one other thing that you can do in here, speaking of the other item on this particular update, is you can archive product templates. So we could archive these 3 product templates right here. You can also unarchive them once you have filtered them back out. You can just select them all and unarchive them. Okay, so you can just batch update your archive or unarchive. Archiving is a good idea if you just have too many things in there or things that you don't use right now and you want to keep the information for the sales presentation. Here's something with 62 items on it, but I don't necessarily want to delete it, but having it as an archived item will mean that I still have the sales reference. That's a pretty good idea. So that is it for this update. Having the ability to have categories will give you a lot more flexibility with being able to find things that you're looking for. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Always available for questions, and we'll hope to see you on the next update. Thanks. Bye.